Paul Konrath in the red. Excuse me, he'll be taking on Drew Mattin. Mattin be in the blue.
Yep, classic Midwest battle, Indiana in the house, Paul Konrath. And then for Team Ohio, Drew Mattin. That is right in that wrestling belt, stretching from PA to Iowa. Konrath came up just short in Fargo, was a runner-up in 2016 in the junior tournament. 2015 Flo Nats champ, though. Drew Mattin 4th last year here in Fargo in the junior tournament. Both of these wrestlers also staying in the Midwest for college. They both got their universities picked out. Konrath going to Wisconsin, and Drew Mattin will be a Wolverine at the University of Michigan.
Nice shot from Konrath. Good defense from Mattin. Now we got a overhook position.
So a lot of Big Ten states being represented on the mat right now.
Shot from Mattin, and he's in on the leg near the edge. Konrath is playing some defense, circles himself back towards the middle.
Oh, he pulls on that far arm. That was a sneaky move.
He was hanging on the foot. Still nothing now. 2, but we got a white paddle and a white paddle.
I like this scramble here from these guys.
And they are going to confirm one on the step out.
So we do get somebody stepping out. I like that. Sometimes you see some scrambles on the edge, and they just kind of forget to call a step out.
Right.
But a lot of times it's clear wrestlers aren't grounded. Somebody's out of bounds.
That's exactly what happened. And I'm going to clean up Paul Konrath. Got a little bit of blood on his forehead.
Yeah, I don't think we've talked much about how the brackets that these guys are coming from start at 128 competitors.
That's pretty big.
They're on their 7th match now, both of these finalists. It's a 3-day tournament. You weigh in twice. You're in Fargo. Sacrifice a lot, and this is as tough a meat grinder as any high school student is going to enter.
Yes.
So these warriors, there you see the wound on the forehead of Paul Konrath. Seems unfazed by it. These are tough dudes. No doubt about that. Minute 36 left in the first period. You got to wonder if these guys are already thinking ahead. They're going to be in the same conference next year. They're going to be seeing each other.
For
dual meets, tournaments. Yeah, if they're the same age, they're both entering school at the same time. Typically, they'll have a redshirt year, but they'll still see each other in opens.
Oh, block part of that shot with his head, and a re-attack attempt, anyways, from Konrath. As we saw, 2 goes in a row from Mattin. And Mattin keeps coming back to that overhook and then lock it on his own elbow.
Yeah, anytime you can get a little innovative with your collar ties or any kind of move, throw your opponent off balance, it's a little slight edge you can give yourself. Could make the difference. 2 evenly matched guys.
Nice job. Kind of a knee pull single to the right side. Konrath gets to the leg and loses it. Yeah, his forehead's bleeding again. He's going to need to get wrapped.
Are we going to get a...
I think we'll see a wrap. And
little headband, Karate Kid style.
We see Mattin in on the leg, head underneath, and over the top now. Konrath locks to the crotch. And look at that. Takes his left hand, does Mattin, across the hip.
Yeah.
And we're going to get stuck.
So nothing's going to keep these guys down. They're back up on their feet trying to find out who is the best around. And that'll take it to the intermission. Time runs out. A foam rod tap to the back of the mat.
Foam rod.
It's a foam stick.
It's a towel whapper.
It's a foam thingy.
It's a whapper.
It's a whapper.
It's a whapper.
Whappo.
And they're tending to that forehead.
Yeah, we could see just a regular old headband. They could go full on just a helmet mask. Yeah, Gaduev had in the Olympics. Looked like a crash helmet was glued to his head. It's about 4 pounds of gauze and tape. That was unfortunate, kind of an anticlimactic end to that weight class. But back to 126 pounds here in the U.S. Junior Men's Freestyle National Championship.
And a shot from space from Konrath, nothing on it. Good snap, heavy hands from Mattin. And back to that collar tie and the grabbing his own bicep, actually, not the elbow. Oh, and he flings him for 2. They're going to give 2 on that.
Might be a correct throw, perhaps. Is there an exposure?
I don't think there was an exposure. It would have been 4 if there was an exposure.
Yeah, so correct throw, probably the call. Controversial new rule in freestyle is the correct throw.
And back to a front head pinch. We're going to see him fling him again.
So Drew Mattin taking it to Konrath so far, but Konrath has been right there. This has been a extremely high-paced match. I am loving the pace that these guys are maintaining.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
Almost 4 minutes of wrestling. If these guys are going to see each other in the Big Ten, I think Big Ten fans are going to be treated to some more good matches.
And here we go with the tape.
All right, we're going to take a look at this throw here. Yeah, you're right. It would have been 4, so we get the 2 for a correct throw. It doesn't look like exposure happened on that, but whipped around with a lot of force. So, I mean, just to be able to maintain your balance and keep wrestling by Paul Konrath was impressive. Drew Mattin rewarded for his aggressiveness. Holds a 3-0 lead as we go to the final 2 minutes of this championship bout. Coveted Fargo stop sign on the line.
3-0. Mattin with the lead. Konrath in on the leg.
Now Konrath getting in on his attacks, trying to answer.
Trying to reach for that other leg, and he's losing it. Mattin circling behind.
That's that high pace. It's hard to match that from Mattin. Oh,
Mattin controls the head. Now he circles behind him. Mattin's in position, and he's going to score. He's going to take him through again. Full Nelson, you can do that. You can do that in freestyle.
You heard the stands, or at least the coaches yell, full, but there's no penalty point.
Oh, didn't you hear somebody yell that? That's funny. Oh, you can do it.
You certainly can, and a tuft of blonde hair from coming out the wrap. Interesting hairdo for our thatch-headed friend.
Thatch-headed friend.
Paul Konrath, Mount Vernon, Indiana. Drew Mattin from Delta, Ohio. Mattin, a 3-time Ohio State champion. As we wait for our hard-working trainers to get this wound attended to.
Second try. They put heavier duty tape on it.
Yeah, wrap number 2. Still got the hair shooting out the sides.
Just over a minute to go. 7-0 lead for Ohio's Drew Mattin. Konrath gets that 2-on-1, pulls it down, goes front headlock.
Goes head pinch show, rolls through. They're going to call nothing there.
His foot just went out of bounds. Now we're going to see one blue. They get 8-0.
Yeah, piling up the points. Konrath going to have to pull a fall out of his hat, out of his bag of tricks somehow. Still a little bit of time, so leg lace, some other finishing move, not out of the question. Matches have been finished in far less than 40 seconds, but Drew Mattin has been pretty tough. Would not count on that happening now with just 30 seconds left to go.
Towards the edge, and there you go, point on the board for Konrath, just one, but.
So wipe off the donut, put a 1 on the board for Konrath, but the snowman on the board for Mattin means this match is all but out of reach. 10 seconds to go.
Grounded as they reach the edge. Out of bounds, back in for the final 5.
So Ohio trying to get their first junior men's stop sign. They had a couple of stop signs in the cadet women's national championships that we just watched, and that'll do it. Ohio gets their champ.
Drew Mattin.
Yep.
Final score 8-1. He's your champion at 126 pounds.
Impressive performance